Good. Hey guys, here, we want to give a little understanding of how, we mentioned that having a life insurance license is America's best kept secret to gain access to wealth and build wealth from scratch. That's not just a statement, it's true. If you think Art Williams, the founder of this great company, didn't come from wealth, didn't come from an inheritance, he came from passion. He went to a 2-day course, got an insurance license, took that license, and from 1977 to 1990, sold the company for $1 billion. Became one of the richest men on the planet with the strength of an insurance license. Mike Tuttle, Bill Whittle. Bill Whittle was in town speaking not long ago, and Bill makes about $450,000 a month with the strength and power of an insurance license. He didn't come from a lot of resources. He came from passion and an insurance license. Right. This whole company is populated with people that came here and got access to the best kept secret, a life insurance license, picked their life up, walked out of poverty into wealth. I've made millions here with the power of an insurance license. And so here is America's best kept secret. And it's not just me saying it. Leo was sharing not long ago that when Carlos Slim, you got Bill Gates, you have Warren Buffett, you have Carlos Slim. Carlos Slim, one of the richest men on this planet. And he's a multi-billionaire. He said if he were to start from scratch, lost his resources, start from scratch, he would enter success again by getting an insurance license and walk into a new future, right? And so I'm going to let Leo read that here so you can see this Carlos Slim's own statements.
Carlos Slim, first you began creating your organization. Point. Carlos Slim, first you began creating your organization with a team of salesmen, not with one. You need to create many hundreds of salesmen to go to the market to offer the product.
Now let me again say in there, right? In order to build wealth, you got what's called labor-assisted income. You trade your time for $1. That's labor-assisted. Leverage-assisted is I get a team of people, and you leverage the strength of everyone working together as a team, all right? And so he said to do that, you have to come with a lot of wealth. You have a system where you can leverage that insurance license. Best way to leverage it. What did he say here?
Then it asks, it says that's true, but as entrepreneurs just starting a business, they don't have access to capital. They can't hire 100 salesmen to create that skill quickly. How will you counsel them to get started?
I mean, they don't have a lot of money to get started. So when we come here, you got $99 and you buy a business number. That license, get a license attached to that number. Now you can create scale, right? And so here, you don't need no inheritance, you don't get no big loan from a bank. You need $99. That's why Primerica is an ambassador hope for a little guy. You come here with little resources, you can walk into a new future. And he says, you're doing insurance license. Go ahead.
Then Carlos Slim says, well, an insurance company is regulated, and you need to have a license. If you don't have the minimum capital, they don't give you a license. Maybe you can begin by selling insurance. If you love the business, like an insurance salesman, if he loves the business, he can begin selling insurance to invite people to work with him, to make a team of salesmen and grow in this way.
So you put a team. Every business on this planet has a team. Right. You go to McDonald's, the staff is a team. Walmart, their staff is a team. Everyone that wins has a team. You're either going to work on a team or you're going to have a team. And so here, with the insurance license, allows you to connect and create a team where you can get access to wealth. Let me get an idea, right? And so when we say it's America's best kept secret, suppose here that, our time we come into society, we think in order to gain access to our dreams and goals, we got to come to enter America to this door here, which going to school to become a doctor, you go to school to become a lawyer, or you train to become a professional athlete, or you gain some inheritance, or you go your entertainment business, you think the entryway to the American dream is one door here, but if I don't have the talent, I don't have the resources, I don't have the ability, I didn't go to school to get become a doctor, lawyer, and a sword, I feel like I'm locked out of the American dream. But you're not. The best kept secret to gain access to a new future is this door here. 2-day course and an insurance license. So when we ask someone, say, do you have an insurance license? Why not? You got to come with that way because you're assuming they know the best kept secret to gain wealth is through this door right here. So suppose there's Tanisha standing in the door here, right? And she's passing $1,000 bills out. So she could hide a $1,000 bill here, all right? All right? And a $1,000 bill here, all right? Now, Maria comes here. Maria comes through the traditional path. She went to school to be a doctor, lawyer, and a sorter, right? She's standing here. And say I'm selling these bags here for $1,000. So Heidi comes here and says, you want a bag? Yeah? Yes. Well, give me $1,000, all right? There's your bag, all right? You want a bag?
Yes.
Got $1,000?
No.
Why not?
I came through the other door.
See, I'm assuming that she knows $1,000 is easy to get. Come through this door right here, you can get a license. You ain't got to go through the difficult door there. So, sis, the best kept secret to get access to $1,000, come here and go get you an insurance license. So now she come here, she got access to the best kept secret. Now she can get her bag too, right? So when you ask someone, do you have an insurance license? Why not? You assume they know the entryway to the dream called America is come through this door right here. You go to the difficulty there, you can come right here. So it gives everyone a level playing field to access this dream called America. So when you ask them, you have an insurance license, why not? You do it like you're puzzled. I know you know about this door over here. It's America's best kept secret. A lot of people think I go to school with 10, 12 years, go get a master's, doctorate degree, and a sword. You need a 2-day course and an insurance license. And you can pick your life up and walk into a new future. That's why it's America's best kept secret. Make sense?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you. All right? So here, get them in, right?
Woo!
Now, when we do
Good job, ladies.
Presentation, we mentioned here America's best kept secret is built. This presentation is built on structure. Well, structure is this, right? There is success and significance. So if I want this phone and I get this phone, then I am successful. Success is defined by the person that possesses it. So what you want, what you get it, that's success. Now, significance, on the other hand, has a God inspiration to it. Because it's about others. Success is about what you get. Significance is about what you give. So if a guy is praying for help and he needs, say a guy is hungry. And he's praying, Lord, help me, I'm hungry, help me. Lord, he's praying. God don't come out of heaven and say, here is food. He inspires Aaron to come through and then give Miguel the food. So now he's being significant because he's being used to help serve her. It's about others. Significance is about giving to somebody else. Success is about what you get, right? And so the presentation is set up on a platform of success versus significance. This is what it reads when you mention, do you have an insurance license? Why not? It's the best kept secret to get access to something called America, right? To wealth. That is because I'm getting something from me, so that is on a platform of success because it's about what I get. Now, the next, so we got it broke up in modules here, so when you're doing the presentation, you can do this in less than 30 seconds. Yes, you have an insurance license, why not? You do that portion. You can do it in modules where you can stop because it's designed to be like a Trojan horse. It's stealthy. So I can sit at a ball game with Miguel. I can say, hey, Miguel, we ask about our goals and dreams, say about our goals and dreams. You have an insurance license, Miguel?
No.
Why not?
I never thought of it.
Miguel, it's America's best kept secret create first generation wealth from scratch. You didn't know that?
Oh,
You got a few minutes?
yeah.
Okay. So that took less than 30 seconds, all right? So if they don't have time, you can set an appointment and say, I can tell you about later when you have like 15 minutes. Or they got time now, you can do it then. So then you give an example of the funerals. Funeral is about significance. It has to be more from the heart than just you gaining resources. What are you giving? God's word says, he which is species, male or female, that be the greatest among you, will be the servant of all. So you got to do things more for others than just yourself. So in a funeral example, you're painting a picture of significance. So, Miguel, you been to a funeral before?
Yeah.
Say you go to a funeral, Miguel. You got in this hand a bouquet of flowers, like everybody else. You got your makeup on, you looking cute, got your black on, right? But you got, in the other hand, you got $500,000 to get her a widow so she can take care of her babies. If you can impact someone's life at that level, how does that make you feel?
Right.
See, Miguel, that's the strength, that's the magic, and that's the power of an insurance license. Now, when I go to a funeral, see, Miss Betty has a casserole and flowers. Because I show up with flowers in his hand and hope in the other. I have the whole future of the kids' college, their mortgage, their legacy in the palm of my hand. So when I come to look into the crowd, I'm trying to find out where Tony is, because Tony shows up with good tidings. That's the strength and magic of an insurance license. So I'm painting a picture here of significance that I'm making an impact on somebody's life. And so when I do that, that takes less than 2 minutes to do that. Now I can take a break, because it's designed where you can do it and you can interweave other conversations into this so it's stealthy. So I can do this. In fact, I was at Greg's house, and we were at Greg's, and Greg was, we were outside talking. I said, Greg, learning a presentation. And he was kind of spoke about learning, and his neighbor was outside watering the lawn. I said, let me show you something, Greg. We went across the street, right, Greg? And he introduced me to her. And I said, showed me she was a nurse. She have an insurance license? She said, no. Why not? She was almost apologetic, because I was so passionate about, man, you got to know about the insurance license, right? She said, no. She got a few minutes? Yeah. And then I discussed a funeral example with her. Then we took a pause break after that. I said, I asked her about her kids. She told me my daughter was in college, and she told me the sports her daughter played, and I think she's doing all right. Because I said the funeral example, and I took a pause break. So it was a natural conversation. And then when we talked about the kids, I went to module 3, right? And so when module 3 says a doctor, this is combining success and significance. The best kept secret is success. The funeral example is significance about others. And the doctor combines success and significance. And that's how it goes. See, God has put it in all our DNA. An insatiable desire to serve our fellow man. But most folks feel imaginable, Miguel. You got to donate your life to poverty in order to serve. But you don't, Miguel. You can actually serve like a doctor. Say a doctor, say he's a heart or kidney specialist. He'll take his skills to somebody's bedside. And what he does, restores them back to physical health, so get on their feet, go to the future physically strong. He does good for them. But Miguel, you never, and you will never see a doctor leave that bed and get in a hoopty and drive off. Because Miguel, he's going to do good and do well at the same time. You can do good and well at once. See, Miguel, I'm a financial physician. We have folk financially sick, got a better financial affliction, going to the future financially healthy. We do good for them. And we get paid well at the same time. Miguel, you can do good and well at once. And what that does here, let me break down the doctor scenario. When I mentioned that God has put in all our DNA, an insatiable desire to serve our fellow man. Now, a bird has in its DNA the desire to fly. You ain't trying to fly, right? In your DNA, right? God put inside DNA in a fish to swim and stay in water. You ain't under the water swimming every day, all day, right? Now, God put our DNA to desire to serve our fellow man. That's how society functions. So if I go out and I make shoes, and say you raise cows, I make shoes, you make you raise cows, we can trade with each other, we serve each other. And say that he builds homes. So we all come together to make the society work. So we all have a way to serve one another. It's in our DNA. So why people say, I want to help somebody. And I talked to a girl the other day. She said she does hair. I said, I just do hair. I just love doing hair. I said, well, I don't agree with that. You love using her as a way to serve your fellow man. Because I put you in a back room with 1,000 mannequins, life in isolation, you fix hair all day and then mess it up, you would, nobody ever saw it, you would be sick of seeing hair. You use hair as an instrument to sit down with McGilla looking at all cute, and she looked at me and said, man, I thank you, I never looked this good before. Because it's a way to serve, all right? Had another guy said, no, I just like cooking. I said, well, I beg to differ. You like using cooking as an instrument to serve somebody. If I took you and put you in a back room, and we got all the pots and pans and all the ovens, and you cook food all day and threw out the back window, right, and nobody ever tasted it, you would hate cooking.
True.
Go to see your mom, and she cooked this big meal, and nobody eat it. She's mad.
Yes.
Because she
Absolutely.
used that food as an instrument.
She
to
sure
serve.
would.
So I'll cook and she looking in your face and, oh, do you like it? Oh, this is so good. Right? Because you use food as an instrument to serve. God put our DNA in and sexual desire to serve our fellow man. It's an instrument to serve, right? And so most folks think you got to donate your life to poverty to serve, but you don't. They think about donation. If I'm out, I got this iPad, and I'm giving it away, donating. iPad, right? And I'm giving it away, right? Now, your life, some people think that they have to take their whole life, their entire life, all their gifts, and donate it to poverty in order to serve. But you don't. And everyone, you don't use doctor scenario, because everyone knows a doctor, he serves in doctor work, in the medical world, the adage is do no harm. Your job is to help. Right? And so, and everyone knows a doctor serves, he does good. When I mentioned do good and well, good is in alignment with significance. It's just a synonym for significance. He does good, right? Because that's being significantly helping somebody else. When he go to the bedside, he's significantly impacting that patient on the bed. He's doing good, right? But he leaves, he gets in a fancy car and drives off, so he's done well success. He's done well for himself. So you can do good and well at once. You can have success and significance at once. That's why you paint that picture. No one can debate the fact that a doctor does good and get paid well at the same time. And so when I use a doctor, that's kind of like priming and painting. You prime a wall, you put the primer onto the paint so it'll stick. So when I use a doctor scenario, that's primer, because everyone can merely see a doctor. We've all seen doctors doing good and getting paid well at the same time. So I use him to prime it, and we come as a paint. So I said, I'm a financial physician with a paint. Now you can see me like you're the doctor. We have been folk financially sick. Think about your cousin. He laying on a bed of debt. He can't pay his mortgage. He's broke. He's financially sick. We come and help him restore him and get him on his feet financially healthy again. So he's going to his future financially well. So we serve in the capacity of a doctor. He helps him physically, we restore him financially. So when I show the example of a doctor, they got a mental picture of that. When I put us on the top of his paint, you can see me in that same pattern there. So when I talk to someone and they decide not to join the team, it's okay because I'm supposed to get paid. You don't debate a doctor getting paid because he's done good and he's supposed to do well. So if I help restore you financially, I'm supposed to get paid. You don't want to see a doctor ride around no hoopty.
Nope.
You want him to show some success because he's done good and help you, all right? And he has a skill set. everyone in this room, you come here every morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because you're honing your skills. You're learning. And so how do you monetize your effort? A doctor goes to school for many years. How does he monetize his learning, his time? He does it when he helps restore you to health. So here, you can do good and well at once. Make sense? That's success and significance,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so you do that module, then you can take a break. Like when I was at the young lady I mentioned a minute ago, who she's watering the yard, when we talked about, I said, you're a nurse, right? I said, yeah. I said, sis, as a nurse, you like helping families, right? And when you see you help someone that's sick, when they come and smile, say thank you for that kind touch, and you doing extra work, and you help her get it back, and you help them get them restored to physical health, they feel good. And you feel good. You get paid monetarily, but a big conversation is how you impacted somebody, all right? So here, the example of a doctor, when I did that example there, then I took a pause break. I said, sis, we do recreation. And we talked about we should recreation and all, and we discussed that for a while, right? Because, again, this presentation is a Trojan horse. We're in our front yard. We're talking like we're having a casual conversation, but she don't know us to talk in a conversation, right? And we talked about her hobbies. I said, by the way, let me show you something. And I grabbed my iPad, and I pulled up, like Ben's about to pull up right here, right? This construct. So let me show you something here, right? Here is an example of a 32-year-old male and a 48-year-old female. She got a little cougar, right? And the reason you show the contrast here, you have to get a laugh break. Because you just met someone, we laugh together, we commune together. That's a connection, and now we're relaxed. We get a good laugh together, right? That's why that contrast is clear, so we can relax. If there is not a good enough margin, the cougar is not obvious. You do the contrast where it's so obvious they will laugh on cue, right? So a 32-year-old male, 40-year-old female, right? We put here 600,000 on him. So when he dies, she has 600,000 up hers. She can go in her future financially strong. We do good for him, right?
Yeah.
Right.
See, that's in harmony with the doctor scenario. It's going good and well at the same time. So when I say we do good for him, I'm putting you in the same. See, this is the primer here. This is the paint now. All right? Because you got a doctor in your mind, so I use the same language. We do good for him, right?
Right.
You got to get them to say it, because if I say it, question it. They say it is true. So I said, we do good for them, right?
Right.
Now we put here $250,000 on her. So when she dies, here's $250,000 he can stand on and say financially stable. Going to his future financially healthy. We do good for him, right?
Right.
Now on the babies here. Now the reason why I use the language babies, right? Because if I say kids don't have an emotional attachment. Babies has an emotional attachment. When you say babies, you make you feel warm, right? So don't try to get sexy in your conversation. Just stay with babies, right? Because when you say babies, you feel like you got compassion. So we put 50,000 on these babies. So then, if one of the babies die, you take a $50,000 check. You can take 10 out of the top to take care of family expenses. The remaining 40,000, you can take time off work, get your thoughts clear. You got to rush to work. You can take time, get your thoughts clear. So we do good for them, right?
Right.
So suppose I take an hour and a half of my time, 1 hour showing the presentation, and a little social time. 30 minutes putting the policy into this iPad. Now I am leading them to guess wrong. Any questions?
No, baby, you beastie.
You're doing great, Tony.
Tony,
It's
tell
recording.
the
Recording
people,
the Wi-Fi.
that's very important what you say, because you say babies. A lot of people feel like, oh my gosh, if she is 47, she cannot have babies at that point. You know, or way of thinking.
Okay, yeah.
I want you
I'll do
to,
it.
everybody, I mean, to understand, if he say it, just say it like Tony
But
said it.
babies, if they're in your house, you paying the bills, they babies.
Yeah.
Right? If you got a husband in the home, ain't paying no bills, he a baby.
Me too.
All right, you got it.
Paying no bills, he's a baby.
All right, so babies here, right? So you're doing it because you pulling emotional attachment. So now, when I show the 167 a month, I'm directing them to guess wrong to make the point clear. So suppose I take an hour and a half of my time, 1 hour showing the presentation and a little social time. 30 minutes spending policy into this iPad. So I'll put an hour and a half worth of labor in. And they write a check. Everybody say a check.
A check.
So you don't say monthly, say, because when you start, they're gonna write a check, right? For $167. Would it be fair for me to earn for an hour and a half worth of labor? Normally they're trying to process it, then you repeat it. Because you're shaping them to say the wrong answer to make your point strong. So here, they're going to sit there on a puzzle, sit down and say, and he said, I would do this free. Because I believe it. But I don't have to, thank God, but I would. So I take an hour and a half of my time, and keep in mind, some people make $10 an hour or $20 an hour. If they're professionals, they'll make $30, $40 an hour. I'm not a professional. I'm out of Turtle, Texas. I was cutting grass and waiting tables. I just want to be somebody. All right? So if I work an hour and a half, right, at a check, $167, what do you think, Miguel, would be fair for me to earn for just an hour and a half of my time? Just an hour. I would do it free. Just an hour and a half. What do you think would be fair for me to earn for an hour and a half worth of time? Just an hour and a half. $40. Now, see what I'm doing now, I'm going to compliment her. I got to build up before I deal with it, right? Right? So I'm saying, Miguel, you know, when I sat with you, I've been impressed from the time I met you. You're very forward-thinking, and you're very ambitious, and you're very sharp. And the more I talk to you, I'm just puzzled why a sister as sharp as you, as ambitious as you are, don't have an insurance license. And now I know why. You just gave me the answer. You think I'm having a $40 conversation. Miguel, if this ain't no $40 conversation, I can't put gas in my car for no $40, right? You got my money all tied up, right?
Yeah. That's important how you do that laugh break, because it makes people feel like, oh, that's kind of silly. Because if you don't, you kind of straight face and like, oh man, okay.
And you do it kind of lighthearted, all right? All right, and so, I couldn't now know why. This is not a $40 conversation. Let me show you the conversation we're having, all right? And I'll click over here. And I'm ask her, I'm going to point. Now, how much is that?
1,800.
How much?
1,800.
Miguel, that's the conversation we're having. We're not a $40 conversation. We're having that conversation right there.
That's crazy.
And that's a lot better conversation. When you agree?
Oh, yeah.
There you go, right? Now, we teach you how to be a boss.
Ooh.
There you go, right? A business life coach. Say you're a vice president, and you empower me, Miguel, to go to a 2-day course and get a license in my fist. I'm a rep, you're a vice president. Now, I go help somebody because you empowered me to get that license. I earn how much money?
$400.
And I'm skipping side to side. Say, Miguel, girl, I was making $40 an hour before I met you. Now I'm at $397. You done upgraded me like Beyonce. And I'm excited, right? You done changed my whole world. But Miguel, because you empowered me that way, I made $397, but subtract $397 from $1,700.
$1,400.
That's what you make, Miguel, and you not there. That's why you see one guy work 2 or 3 jobs and can't harvest a good car, no. Another guy play golf all day and leave off independently. And the guy working 3 jobs said it ain't fair. You know what ain't fair? You don't know these secrets right here. That's what ain't insurance license. Say you got here, say you had 10 of me. What would you make them, Miguel? $13,000 and you at home with your family.
Ooh.
How would your life change making $13,000 a month?
Big time.
What could you do?
Buy the house that I want.
Is that important to you?
Yeah.
So you ask them, what could they do whenever they time to give you an answer, you nail it down by asking, is that important to you? That nails it in, all right?
Mm-hmm.
What else could you do, Miguel?
Travel.
Where would you go?
Europe.
Is that important to you? What else could you do, Miguel?
Buy a house for my mom.
Do what now?
Buy a house for my mom and a car.
A house for your mommy and a car for her. Is that important to you? No. What else would you do, Miguel? Something for the kids?
Yeah, I mean, change their lives forever.
Really? Is that important to you?
Yeah.
See, Miguel, these numbers look good, don't
Oh, yeah.
they? All right?
Very good.
And the idea of you doing something good for your mom and traveling and things you really want to do, that would be great for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you got one big problem, Miguel. You can't make none of this money. You can't do none of this stuff you just talked about. You know why? Because you don't have no insurance license, Miguel. You can't do none of that. Right? Now, what happens is you give it to them, all their dreams on a silver platter. Now you take them all away. That's why you get a dreaming, okay, I'll do all this stuff. And you get, oh man, life will be so good. Oh, this is great. Now give it back. You take it back from them. All right? And now she done got it in her mind she wanted it, but you can't have it. Now, so if all these resources are available on the other side of a 2-day course and a license that you don't have, what's the wisest question to ask me right now? How do you get your license? That's wisdom. If you want your license without me involved, Miguel, it'll cost you about $400. But if I decide to work with you, and you get me involved, it'll cost you nothing because we cover the cost. I didn't say it's free. Don't say it's free. We cover the cost.
Right.
Because people don't respect what's free. All right? Now, that will put you in a category of less than 1% of the American population. Less than 1% of the American population have an insurance and an investment license. That puts you in a neat category. There's another license I can tell you about, which is an investment license. Now, you get wealthy one or two ways of putting people to work, money to work, or both. Now, with that license of insurance, you can put people, because you can leverage, like Carlos them said. Now, with an investment license, you know how to put money to work. Now, a lot of folk make a lot of resources with that investment license. But you can't make none of that money either. You know why?
Right.
You don't have no investment license.
Right.
All right?
Right.
So if you want to get an investment license, me involved, it costs you about $900. Get me involved, cost you nothing. We cover the cost. See what I do on the investment license, I give an example. Use the example you want to use. I use Jerry Red, for example. Jerry Red is one of our vice presidents. Last year he sat down with one client and did a rollover investment and made $30,000 on one transaction.
Wow.
An investment license. So you can use any example of someone you know what they've done with their license, and then say, look, that sounds good, but you can't make none of that money either. Because you have no investment license. Use that example and then take it back. Because you can have it with that license, not the license, you can't get access to it, all right? And so then ask yourself, if these resources are available outside of a license that you don't have, what's the wisest question to ask me right now? So I asked her, and she got to tell me
How do I?
how to get an insurance license, right? And I kind of in jest, kind of laugh, that's wisdom, right? and I tell how to get it, all right? So if you want an insurance license, you got to get a business number. Now, what happens, a lot of times guys want to say, well, you need to get a background check. Like, give me an enema. I don't know background check, all right? All right? All right? So here, what I share here, what give you access is a business number. Now, let me give you my business number is HP806. Primerica has never paid me a dime, not one red cent. They pay my number. You can't sell you can sell a number. Give you an example, right? McDonald's. You ever go to McDonald's? You ever sit on in there? You ever sit on in there?
No.
No, there are no.
Okay, pay attention together.
I hear, you see them there. I'm not there.
No, he's not there. No, right? I sit on in there, right? You seen the walk in Walmart? No, there you go. No, right? You know why they're not there? Because every store has a number. So when you go, you pay the number, which they own. Every Jack in the Box has a number. Every Walmart, every store franchise, you don't have a number. So when you go, you pay the number, right? Now, do they sell liquor at McDonald's?
No.
You know why? They don't have a liquor license, right? So you get a liquor license tax and number, they need to do liquor through the number. So in Primerica, you buy a number, right, for $99. And then $25 for back office. In business, you got to have a back office. You either build one, which is too cost heavy, or you can buy one. In Primerica, we share the cost across the team. So you want to put in $25 to help buy the lawyers and all the back things, all the things that go in technology. We cost share, right? So then you get a life insurance license, which Primerica pays for. It's a state issued license, attach your number, you move the insurance to your number. Then you get an investment license. So you can then do investments to your number. Now when McDonald's open up, they don't start cooking food the same day. They get a food permit. So there is no license to get to do prepaid legal. Or some other things like the referral through the auto and homeowners insurance. That's a permit. So you can move that through your number. Prepaid legal is a permit, right? And so now your number, when your number is making $50,000 a year, with a vice president title attached to it, you own the number. When it's making $300,000 a year, you can sell it for 8 to 10 times cash flow. You can't sell, you sell a number. A lot of guys come and they think they're in business, they really have a job. If it takes you always, that's a job. You put a team together, you have a business. And so that number gets paid, your number gets paid. And so license tax your number, everyone you bring on your team, numbers tax your number. And so as their numbers get paid, you get as many as you want. Like Carlos Film said, you get 100 people licensed. The license tax your number, and their revenue moves to your number. This number you make $300,000 a year, you can sell it for 8 to 10 times cash flow. So when you bring someone in, they get access to the American Dream with low barrier entry for $99 by business number. Every franchise owner you know have a number they own. Employees don't have a number. They pay the employee. In Primerica, they pay your number. That number has value. So when someone decides to sell a code number, if your name is on this number, your name will be erased, and then it will be replaced with somebody else's name on that number. That's how you can sell it. So you come in, and when someone joins your team, you're coaching them. They buy a number, it's worth nothing when they get it, $99. But you show them how to take that number to value. So, as I said it earlier, life insurance license is the best kept secret. Get access to this dream called America. Because you can come and buy your business number and attach your life insurance license to that, and many other licenses attached to that, and you can build wealth from scratch. All right? What separates you from access to a new future, Miguel, is a business number. So my question, how soon you gonna get access to your new future?
As soon as possible.
That's possibilities now, all right? A number, all right? Well, let's get your number here, Miguel, all right? The only thing that prevents you from getting a number is a felony. You got one of those? Okay. Now, if they say, yes, they have a felony, you put on their socks, their shoes, right? Everybody did something. Some got caught, some didn't, right? That's why God's word says, you without sin cast first stone, they all drop the stone, right?
That's right.
Don't look at him like you're a daggum. He got a felony, you rascal. Don't do that, all right? You hear me? If they have one, be compassionate, right? Or they look like they got one, don't even make that statement. All right, you hear me? All right, and then you get the number. That,
And then you say you don't have one, right? And I say no. And then what do you say?
well, let's get you a number then, right? When I say don't have one, let's get you a number then, right? And you turn, you do some people close. Always close too soon and too often. Stop selling. Learn how to be quiet and close.
One other thing, if they say, oh, let me wait like a week or so, let's say, hey, while I do this, we do a paper commitment. So we put out the day that you want to do it, and we do a paper commitment.
Okay?
That's what I do. I don't know. It works for me, so I don't know.
Yeah, so typically people, they like when they get past the thinking part, where the decision's made, right? And so you go in and get them closed. If they hesitate, they may have more questions, all right? And so you entertain whatever questions they have, right? So just go to get the basic stuff in now. We can finish the rest of it later. We can go and get the basics in, much of the IB as possible, till you get up to the money part. Then after the question, you can deal with those objections, then go forward. All right? You hear me? All right? And maybe you see a little more reinforcement. That good? Any other questions? Nope. And so once they get, they want a number, they buy a number. You gotta learn how to exercise silence. Because a lot of people, they'll talk past the close. You don't get paid to sell, you get paid to close. And so when they say they want a number, then you close. And most time when they say they want a number, you pull the iPad out and they start getting a number. Now we give Mario Arizona a shout out. Mario does a great job of communicating and strengthening this great opportunity. So we'll Google Mario Arizona, let's take it to the next level. And so he manages the silence. And so there's a third party voice showing the power of what choice they made. So it's not just you as third party seeing it. They have any question about the company, you Google Prime America IPO 2015 and 2010, which shows the strength of the company. And it's no different than a radio station. A radio what's dangerous to a radio station is silence. And so when you start, when I'm doing his IBA, I'm letting him type it in. So then I can maestro the environment, right? And my job is let him be quiet and do that, and then he's reinforce his choice when he hears Mario's testimony, right? Now, once he has done his IBA, he has a business number, you get paid not to sell, but to close. So anything post after the close, now you're coaching. I can show him the rule of 72. I can show him the 6-page, the 10-page, the 15-page presentation. Because now I'm coaching. You get paid to close and to coach, not to sell. If you keep talking before they get a business number, you're selling. You will talk your way into buying your own product. So you'll leave, they'll go, and you end up with nothing because you have not closed. So you get to close, and anything post to close, you're coaching. That good? Mm-hmm. All right? So that's how it works, all right? So
what's very powerful about the way you're doing this is you know what you're doing. Because what you're doing is you're creating a Trojan horse. You said Trojan horse, which a Trojan horse is you take a horse, you bring it in, and all you see is a horse, but there's something inside of it that's coming out.
That's right.
So you broke it down to 4 pieces, and every time you've done something, you've opened up this way conversation, Pandora's box, because you know what you're asking, and then you create a little conversation in between, because you're just talking, and then you bring the other part of the Trojan horse, and again, it just flows through, and you know what you're
You see,
doing.
the reason why that's done that way, you mentioned Trojan horse, you come in, you're stealthy. And you come in, you see the horse, you don't see what's inside of it. And what it does, it creates an environment like a leaf coming out of a tree. It's just natural. So I can sit in my son's game beside a parent, and I'm just having a conversation, a natural conversation. It doesn't have any earmarks or presentation. And I can have on my phone the compensation structure. So I'm just talking about the kids, the weather, and I mentioned the best kept secret, and I ask them about, their vacation time. I do the funeral, ask about their occupation and the power of serving people. Then I bring in a DNA doctor, sort of like a doctor. By the way, let me show you something. And that's just like, say it's a Trojan horse. So it's very stealthy, it's not invasive, it's just a conversation. And so it allows me to be, to recruit anywhere at any time. And I can be at a social event recruiting, because I don't have to go and pull a presentation out, I'll pull a conversation out. But I'm like, now you just monetize a conversation. He's talking anyway, but I know he's talking for free. Now I get a chance to monetize my conversation, gotta do it on purpose. When you see a lawyer monetizes his conversation, he's doing it targeted, he's on purpose, right? Everyone can talk. Most folks talk free. This allows you to monetize, because you're talking, you can talk, you can monetize the conversation anywhere, anytime. You don't have no presentation, you need a conversation. If you cut my arms off, I can make money. If you cut Oprah Winfrey's arms off, she can make money. You cut off Donald Trump, I'm not just an example, but you can cut Carlos Slim's legs off, you can cut Bill Gates' legs, arms off, they can still make money. You cut the tongue out, they're done. You create wealth off the telling of your tongue, all right, you hear me? So most people talk free because it's not a targeted conversation. When you do it on purpose, now you're targeted and you can monetize the conversation. You go from an amateur communicator to a professional communicator, because pros get paid, amateurs don't. When I'm doing it targeted, I go from pro from amateur, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Thank y'all.